Okay. Well, what a way to start the season. College basketball certainly did it right to have the Champions Classic as the event to start the season, to bring four of the storied programs in our country together in this venue. You gotta be kidding me. And the game certainly lived up to it. That was a big time game. Big time game. We were fortunate to win. I thought we earned the win. If they would have won, I thought they would have earned the win. And that's what makes it a great game. I think the difference maker for us was Trey. We have a lot of young guys, a lot of new guys, but we've really tried to play good defense in our first 30 practices, and it paid off tonight. We played really good defense, and it starts off with that kid and the poise he had on offense. But really happy with my team. It's a terrific win for us against what I think will be a championship contender in Kansas. Any questions?
Mike, I'll just piggy off what you said with Trey. He just said in the locker room that he felt significantly less amount of pressure on himself tonight than a year ago when he was a freshman. Did you as a staff kind of talk to him about that in recent weeks in terms of, projection on Trey? He's the returning sophomore, all this is going to be on his shoulders, but kind of easing him from that. And how important is it for Trey Jones to be as steady and not feeling like he has to accept so much on his shoulders the way he did?
Well, I think part of it is that the role he had last year, he would, and even though he's the point guard, he wasn't necessarily the leader all the time. He had to complement two really outstanding players and a third one, an outstanding talent who played well in camp. And this year it's his team. So there's, he feels less pressure with more responsibility. Those are the type of people you would like in your organization. And I told him, I said, just follow your instincts. You don't have to, everyone will react to you. And you just go for it. And, he's in great shape right now too. He's in 2 consecutive summers he has had hip operations. That his hips are fine, but it's something that had to be done one summer with the left one and then last summer. So he was really, he didn't, there's this expression, trust your work. Well, he wasn't able to put in any work. So really his fall, he's been just okay. And we've noticed in the last week and a half, him finding himself. And, we've said all along, he's our guy, and he'll make everybody better on both ends of the court.
Early in the second half, Kansas goes on that big run, knocks you guys back. It's a new experience for most of these guys. What did you see from them in that timeout? What allowed them to hold it together?
Well, first of all, before the timeout, I saw that we weren't talking on defense. And that was the key to the game, is to talk, and talk makes you act, and makes you act strong. And nothing about our defense in those first 4 minutes was strong. And they just knocked us back. We had a kind of an emotional timeout, made some subs. And what was good is that some of the kids who were in at that time came back in the game, and they were good. So that you don't find that out until you have a game like this. Are you going to stay in a funk, or are you going to respond? And because we played so hard and well in the first half, and we were like just a completely different team for 4 minutes, and then we came back, and the defense and a couple of those fast breaks with Cassius, that long pass, Garden went crazy, and you could see us getting more emotional. And Cassius played a hell of a game especially being a freshman.
I was guessing you're watching your freshmen all day today, just kind of how they were acting, how they were feeling. What's your sense about how nervous they might have been coming in today?
Yeah, I didn't think they were nervous at all. And part of it, we came up Sunday, and we talked a lot about it. Like this, we were at the Nets facility, went to the Nets game last night, came here for a shoot around, and I felt a good mood. I didn't know if it would be good enough to beat them, but I didn't think they would be nervous. And Trey having the ball as much as he does helps, because I think you might have seen more, maybe some nervous if they had to do more with the ball instead of just react because of the position Trey put them in.
Can try to squeeze in two here real quick. Did Kyrie speak to the team or the
No.
guys last night or anything?
Yesterday at the facility, because Kevin and I are really Durant. I've coached him 3 times, so he was there doing his workout. He spoke to the team really briefly. He never. It's not. You would love him for church on Sunday. It's a sermon. It's a 35-minute. It's a beach man.
Did he have a message for the team?
Yeah. Basically, to take advantage of your time on the court and the brotherhood that you have with one another. That was the thing he loves the most.
Mike, you mentioned the venue earlier. You first played in the old Garden 50 years ago,
Yeah.
right? 50 plus. What's it like all these years later to lead a team into this building?
It's an honor, the very first thing. This is, I'm not going to shortchange our arena, Cameron, but this is the one I love to play in after Cameron. The balls bounce different, the noise, there's just something about this place. And I've now coached, I think over 50 games in Cameron, in here. I've coached now a lot more. But also some U.S. games in here. And when I stop coaching, I'll look back at the times here as very special times, in New York.
Coach, can you expand upon Cassius Stanley in the second half, how he came on and came up with getting big plays for you?
Well, he's playing solid defense, and he rebounds well for us, but he can run. And as soon as Trey got that ball a couple times, he took off. How are you gonna spell that? You just gonna put in your own word? You would do that, of course.
I'm in radio.
Yeah, but radio, I'm a radio guy too. But Cassius has been really good in practice. And, he compliments Trey, and we weren't able to press at all because they're so good. So Goldwire he played well, but we weren't able to see that aspect of our team. So Cassius, he had a big 3 too. His 3 and Hurt's 3 in the corner were huge shots for us.
In the middle, and then you, and then the back.
Mike, what did you think of Jack's performance, especially in the final couple of minutes?
It's great. He actually played better after he got hit right in the mouth. I thought he got angry, and his second 3 was right in. It came out, but he played a little bit like how he played last year when we beat Texas Tech here, where he guarded Culver for a while. And actually when Jack came in, if Vernon was not in, Jack guarded Asabuki because we felt he would be the toughest guy, and he was. We're a different team. We're I told Jay Billis at the shoot-around today, he said, what do you think? I said, one of the main things I have to learn how to do is sub. The last couple of years, we had a starting 5, you might bring in one guy, but now, all of a sudden there are 3 guys. So I'm not sure I did a good job, but it worked. I gotta get accustomed to it.
Mike, you kind of alluded to it coming out of the timeout, seeing them bounce back. But what did you learn that you didn't necessarily know about this team?
Well, their response at a big time level. They have really practiced hard, but you can tell we're playing good defense. I mean, we had forced 28 turnovers. Our game plan was outstanding. These kids put it in, did what they were supposed to do. And we got a little bit tired, some of our young big guys got tired late in the game and they drove the lane better. But overall, we were able to stay fairly fresh defensively. And that's gonna have to be a key for our basketball team. Team defense is a key for our team.
Mike, what's the biggest difference, how you felt a year ago in Indy after that game? Obviously very different than tonight.
No, I felt really happy then, I'm really happy now. I think I'm maybe even a little bit happier now, because that was like one of those things that just, how the hell did that happen last year? It was, and it really didn't tell us as much about our team as tonight told about our team. And the other thing is, we beat a team, like John has said, his team was horrible that night. And then they became really good. I'm not sure what Bill said tonight, but his team's not horrible. I mean, they played their butts off. That was a very physical, late season game. So to win a game like that is even more satisfying.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.